Hello guys. So it's us to make a review on Gerrard. Again, if you're new or anything, he is an underpowered player and he does not fit in the current meta. So I'm not going to advise you to even waste your time watching this video. It's pointless. But if you're really interested in running him or you're mono dark, you might still want to give this a look. So who is Gerrard? He's a really old player, part of season one. His technical placement is center mid, but if you do that, you will get destroyed. Put him on either one of the side. And in certain PvE or COT comps, he can be stuck in backline or even in frontline just because the really good reflex or crit advantage is going to be able to produce. Now let's go down to the skills. They have been buffed though, so it's a little bit better. Penetration, increase attack power by 70, DR 60. It's good, but it's only once every 15 minutes, so pretty meh. You know, for that first initial kill, but if they have a good form of healing, that means nothing. Zone pressure. Decreased defense, reflex, critical resistance 20%. Pretty good overall. You do want to know that it's only 20% reflex. Defense 30 means less co-op chance. Critical risk 20 is great. This means when he penetrates and he passes in front line, the front line will have this debuff. So again, for Mono Dark, this is really great. And for, again, as I said, certain COD comps you can try run. Inducing violence. Increase critical rate by 40% within the position. I mean, again, really great line buff. Depends how you use it. Has some value. Again, look at the decisions of COT. And this is when the kid starts crashing down. Increase attack power 30% and reflex 30%. Now, if you look overall, he is a great crit buffer. I mean, he's 15% under what Elaine gives to the line because he gives a 20% debuff and a 40% buff giving a 60% advantage. But he gives a reflex debuff and a reflex buff to himself only, yet at the same time, he has such a low technique value that they all become pointless. This is why you will not be able to run any crit-based build on him. Let's just go down fast to chains. There are no players you will ever use in the affection chain. In the friendship chain, I guess Blackboard doesn't sound that great yet. We're waiting to see his E. Competition, well, there we do have Lindbergh, who's honestly a staple of Dark and Batman, so that's fine. Abnor did get a decent buff, but you really gotta know how you're using for him to make sense, and I must say I love his skin. Fighting Spirit, no one you will ever face unless you're maybe Mono Ardor and they don't have any midline legend. Growing up, that's pretty much it. So chain-wise, they're atrocious. You can't even tell that they were updated. Well, except for the fact that they stuck black quartz, but yeah. Spirit Stone slot. So it's going to be something very simple here. There's only one possible build, so it goes fast. First thing, you can only run a single unique Fontish Tissue Sample. So that's done right there. Second, you want a dark critical damage like this. He has a decent amount of survival, and he's going to be able to play a little bit longer. Plus, it's going to have great synergy with FTS. So 2 stones, you have no choice in what you're sticking there. Then you got the other 2. Now, first thing is he must always crit. So if he doesn't crit, you're going to need to be forced to give him crit one way or another. You can either try to go something funky in the prize and give him Ardor crit, but in my personal opinion, you can always go for the good old Thunder crit because it's also going to generate Spirit, who never feels bad, and for Ardor, you can do something like Ardor Dribble, turning him also into a Spirit generator. If not, again, you can even go for Ardor Life or having a good form of counterattack when they attack you to pretty much destroy them. So that's also a pretty decent option, but yeah. The 2 first stones are important, the other 2, it's really going to be up to you. You just want to not go for reflex. DR is also not going to do much for him. He's an attacker. If he gets attacked, he will die. He has no DR in his kit, so yeah, it's either going fast, damaging hard. When you're looking at subs on the stones for him, you either want action speed or penetration. These are the only 2 stone subs that are really great for him. Everything else is meh. I mean, a bit of critical rate, but through the fact that he already gets 60%, a player by base has another 50% when they're 7-star. I mean, he's already started with 110%. If you have any other good player on the line, he should be getting even higher than that. So I hope this helps people understand the basics of Gerrard. Again, he's not efficient and has a lot of issues in the current meta, but if you really want to run him, you can try run this. Have a good day, guys.